Are you months into solving beyond the map's edge clues? I'll be honest, I haven't spent the money to go boots on the ground because I don't have an exact solve yet, and I truly believe there will be one. That being said, I'm on my way to check it out for myself. After studying this hunt and the massive amount of online chatter, I feel certain things to be in effect here. I think there is a GPS coordinate we can acquire. If you read my post I made the other day, it references decimal points in GPS. An article was written about Justin's frustration with the GPS coordinate from Forrest Fenn. Here is a breakdown. Justin Posey said no knowledge of the Fenn hunt was necessary to solve his treasure hunt. What is this was almost true. But to the point, having knowledge of how Justin's search would aid us in discovery? I was reading this article, and this immediately jumped off the page. The New York Magazine article is quoted as, "That night, the three had dinner at the Buffalo Bar in West Yellowstone. Posey had a folder on his phone full of Fenn's quotes, and he pored over them looking for ways to confirm or disprove this location and make sense of his own failure to find it. He felt embarrassed. He had tried to derive geographic coordinates from the poem before, but he always made the mistake of starting at the top. To arrive at the correct coordinates, he would have had to start at the words begin it in the second stanza, then wrap around to the top of the poem to get the last digit. He had hiked that same trail at least 8 times. He had been in that meadow, he had been in that forest, but he was too far south. In my estimation, he says, I was off by 600 feet. It's maddening how close I was. Maddening. There were still discrepancies that didn't make sense. The longitude they computed had brought them exactly to the longitude of the site that matched the source's photo, but the latitude was 900 feet off. Posey realized that must have been why it took the finder 25 days of searching to actually locate the treasure. The lack of precision nagged at Posey, but upon further analysis it turned out that the final two, if read using a pilot's standard decimal minutes notation, would be .2, meaning 12 seconds, which put the solved location at the precise spot Posey found in the forest. To me, this is huge because we have GPS, pilot, and decimal point clues in the book. So I am now 95% sure we will be moving a decimal point for pilot's standard decimal. Minutes notation, Justin moved the minute hand in golden greed and we should also adjust accordingly. Okay, this is my number one share for tonight. The second belief that I have is cast your pole is a magnetic direction in one sense. We will be using a compass and landmarks. Number 3, I think we triangulate a location. We have a starting and an ending point. Ending point is the treasure's location unknown. We also know that we need a protractor. In some way, we use locations, far-off views and high vantage points to triangulate. Could the triangulation be in connection with the M? An M for Montana, map, and something more? On the cover, part of that M is behind the mountain. Something to consider. I'm sure you have seen plenty of Discord discussion about the M and its foot of 3. I know we are talking a set of 3 here, but this is also an interesting point. What if these locations help us mark the search area? Lake Heron, Polaris, Montana, Tucson, Arizona, Yellowstone. In the book, he talks about driving and road trips. Could driving between 2 places help us locate the grid? A quarter is mentioned again and again. Is it a quarter mile? A quarter mile walking or driving? Something else to consider is all of the hidden math mistakes, intentional, in the book that take us to 20% or the number 50. Are we circling the drain or circling the treasure's location? Only time will tell. So here's where I am. Adjust coordinates with pilot's decimal minutes notation, sight and cast, a magnetic bearing toward a key landmark use triangulation from 2 known points to land on a third factor in the M shape, and a quarter-mile correction account for 20% math anomalies as deliberate nudges. The result? A location in Montana that isn't just close, it's precise. I haven't gone boots on the ground yet, but if my read is right, the next time I do, it won't be a scouting trip.